Let's talk about the claim of your paper. In your academic career as a student, you've written many claims, so most of this is review. You know that the claim is your specific or main point that you're trying to make to your reader. If we had to boil down your essay all into one sentence that kind of summed it all up, it would be your claim. Your job is to think about the essential question and try to answer that in one sentence. Questions we've talked about this year so far have been, what should we do about drones? What should be done about disputed artifacts in museums? And now, what should be the balance of unity and dissent at the Olympics? A claim must be two things. It must be debatable and defendable. Debatable means simply that we can debate it. We can question, argue, or discuss it. It's not an absolute fact like the sky is blue. Defendable means it's more than just an opinion. You have to make a case for your claim by providing evidence and reasoning to back it up. Let's look at some non-examples of claims and talk about why these don't work. The first one says, many people these days use drones. That doesn't seem debatable. It seems just like a fact. There's nothing for us to argue or question about it. The second one says, drones should be allowed because I have one and I want to use it. That, to me, reads very much like an opinion and not something that I could easily back up with evidence or reasoning. The third one says, artifacts should be returned to their owners. This is a nice, strong stance, but it's not really a claim yet because it's not detailed or specific, and I'm really confused. Should all artifacts be returned to owners? Who, when, why? The last one says, some people believe drones are harmful while other people think they are helpful. What do you think? This writer presented both sides of an argument but didn't take a stance toward either of them, so there's no claim here either. Maybe you're a person who's written a claim and it's a pretty good, solid 3-level claim and you're ready to take it to the next level. Let's talk about what makes a next level or a level 4 claim. The fact is, the issues we discuss in class are not black and white, yes or no, for or against issues. We've talked about how there's a wide range of perspectives at the table, and there's no yes or no answer. These are complicated questions, and every person has a different take on it. So a next level claim is something we call nuanced and detailed. What does that mean? A nuanced or detailed claim shows that you know that this issue is complex and there's a lot of things to consider. It might include a qualifier that adds more details or explanation. Handy words could be because, in order to, when, or if. Let's look at some simple claims on the left-hand side and talk about what would push them to the next level. An okay claim could be stolen artifacts should be returned. To beef that up, we would try stolen artifacts should be returned if the owners are able to keep the items safe. That is a great claim because it's taken a perspective and it's also shown that it's not as simple as just returning things. There's some things we need to consider. This author used the word if. The next claim says no one should be allowed to fly a drone without a license. Again, a nice strong claim, but to make it next level, they added the phrase in order to explain why that might work. No one should be allowed to fly a drone without a license in order to control rules and consequences for unsafe behaviors. This writer shows that they know it's not so simple and that we need to have details to explain the complex issue at hand. In your Olympics unit, you might be tempted to write some of these claims written in orange, and I want to talk about why these claims don't work. The first one says, the Olympics is where people should show unity. The second one says, people who are at the Olympics should be allowed to protest. Those are very basic claims that are very black and white. They're either pro or against. When we think about everyone at the table, no one would completely agree with either of these sentences. Everyone has different details or perspectives on the issue that are somewhere in between or combined. The way I would fix these claims is to think about some more details, like who, what, when, where, and why details that I could add to that sentence to add complexity. I might think about how I would actually solve this issue, and I can't solve it by just saying all yes or all no. I might have to consider the people at the table and what they would actually say about this issue as well.